Hi guys, welcome back to the channel Smart Study with Tasween. So please do like, subscribe and share to many of your friends if you find it's informative. Okay, so let's move to the paper Philosophy of Education. So we'll be dealing the important notes in the chapter 5. We have already finished a video of chapter 5, and this is the part 2 of the part 2 video of the chapter 5. Okay, so we'll be dealing with the contribution of educational thinkers, unit 5's contribution of Montessori. Okay, what Montessori method, that is mental retardation of children, that is the problem of education. Then comes the meaning of Montessori method, that is develop the inherent skills of every child. Then the principles, that is development of individuality, that is identify individual differences. Then comes sensory training, 5 senses and self education. These are the principles. You should explain in 2 or 3 sentences with these 3 principles. Okay. Next comes the aims of education. You just write the points, that's enough. Full development of child's capabilities, develop the talents in free environment, teach by self learning, identify individual difference, not to impose any method of teaching. Next, characteristics of this Montessori method, that is self learning, didactic apparatus, separate room for children, no fixed period of teaching children, freedom to select any learning activity. Then come classroom part of school. You should write in a para, that's enough. Okay. Next comes the practices in Montessori method, that is exercises in practical life, exercise in sensory training, exercise for writing, reading, language and arithmetic development. You should write 2 or 3 sentences for these points. Next comes the teacher's role in Montessori method, that is teacher acts as a director, that is female teacher is given. Then comes merits, scientific, it is scientific method, self learning, female teacher directors. Female teacher acts as a director here. Then full freedom is given, self discipline and self activities. Then come demerits of this method, neglects play activities, reduce self expression, does not give social development, it is expensive, it is difficult to appoint teacher and various subjects not organized. Next comes Froebel's thoughts on education. He is a German psychologist, father of kindergarten method. Man was an integral part of this omnipresent God. Nursery education is natural. Next comes the principle is individual development, that is development of nature. Students' innate growth and development. Art should be taught. Next is philosophy of education. There are 4 components are there. You should explain with 2 or 3 points for each of them. Free self activity, that is self activity, purpose, planning, acting on that plan until the purpose is achieved, not impose prepared activities. Then comes creativity, second point. Third point, social participation. And fourth point, motor expression, that is learning by doing, not be placed in society's mind. Next comes what is kindergarten, that is it is children's garden, encourages fun and play based learning, aged 3 to 7 years, interaction, self expression. And we have the points like physical activity, the development of sensory awareness, creative expression, exploration of idea and concepts, the pleasure of singing, the experience of living among others, and satisfaction of the soul. Then comes curriculum, literature, poetry, dramatization, phonics, reading, and all subjects, music, art, physical education, everything is taught. Then comes teaching method, it bridges between home and school. Then self activity. Then comes playway method of teaching, it is sensory experience, interacting with others. Then teacher's role is link between the child's interior world and the actual exterior world. Then open ended questions, make dialogues. Then discipline, knowledge of his interest, love, sympathy, cooperation, and obedience. Contribution to modern education is preschool, importance of play, school as a school institution, child's nature, gift and occupation, that is method of teaching, activity, and gift provides sensory training. Then comes limitation of this method, too much expectation from the child, stress, study not providing, importance to play. Next comes similarities between Froebel kindergarten method and Montessori method, that is children aged 3 to 7 years focus on training to a sense of children, child-centered development, children development from within, special learning situations, special teaching apparatus, give importance all over the world, then self-expression, nurture the individuality and self-learning. Then differences between these two methods, that is Froebel's method and Montessori method. Froebel kindergarten method, it is based on idealism. Montessori method based on scientific method. Then Froebel give importance to innate abilities of children. There in Montessori develops innate abilities of children by changing the learning environment. Froebel, it provides social development of children by giving importance to group activities, their individuality of children in Montessori method. Then Froebel, teaching is done per fixed timetable. There is no fixed timetable in Montessori method. Then Froebel kindergarten method, gifts and occupations are used in teaching. There is sensory training apparatus, muscular movements in Montessori method. Then Froebel kindergarten give importance to playway method of teaching, learning. There gives importance in Montessori's didactic apparatus. Then much scope for activities like gardening, nature study, class modeling, etc. in Froebel kindergarten. The manual activities like cleaning, sweeping, etc. Then comes in that is in Froebel's method, teachers gardener who looks after the young human plant. The function of the is directress of the teacher's function is directress, that is in Montessori method. And in Froebel method, this method can be used in any school, and Montessori method, that is only didactic apparatus is used. So special school is only useful for it. Next comes children do physical exercise in Froebel kindergarten method. The children does physical exercise individually in Montessori method. Okay, that's all for the chapter 5 thoughts, educational thinkers thoughts. Okay, so we'll be dealing the other chapter in another video. I think only chapter 3 is balanced in this philosophy of education. We'll be doing it in the next video. So thank you everyone. Please do like, subscribe and share to many of your friends. Thank you everyone.